Well, it's our podcast, Friendle.
Today was TikTok Tucker. We both kind of liked it.
I liked
and I
it.
liked it.
You got cranky.
Oh, well, it's a lot of packaging involved that I had to open. I had a jar of pickles I had to open.
Yeah.
He said, well, luckily there's a strong man in the room. You couldn't open them. And eventually I opened them.
I've had a series of motorcycle accidents that have rendered my wrists.
All those handbags you carry.
I've got the wrist strength of Bernard King.
The tribal drum is beating for that's not for me. Some poor guy comes home from work, 500 used tyres delivered to the wrong house. They're in his driveway. He doesn't know who's dropped them off. What's he going to do with them?
I'm blaming Amazon. Mystery Footy Tipper will be joining us as well.
Yeah. Sick leave. I saw the story where a doctor is saying, hey, I can't spend my time doing bureaucrats' paperwork. I see 3 people a day who aren't sick enough to see a doctor but need me to fill out a form. I don't have time to see people who are sick. Something's wrong with the system.
Also, Will Anderson will be joining us and gets my ghoulies.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda. Miss Keller. Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well, and I was sad to hear of the passing of John Blackman.
John Blackman.
You know, I was on Hey Hate Saturday quite a few times, and he was the nicest man to me, and that's what everyone says about him. He was kind. He didn't have to be charming to an idiot like me, but he absolutely was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got so much time for
He's
John
a big
Blackman.
supporter of the business.
Yeah, he was, and he was a great guy. Did a lot of radio.
Yeah, and whenever we had success with stuff, he'd always send a little note, congratulations
Such
on
a
that.
good guy.
And hey, it's Saturday. As a kid, I learned from the table of Blackman. What was your favourite character outside of Dickie Knee? Okay, so Dickie Knee.
Well, you and I often go,
Hello, Daryl. Hello, Ozzy.
Yeah, Angel.
And it was just a Barbie doll. Superimposed Barbie doll would come down. And there was Mrs. Mack.
Yes, Mrs. McGillicuddy.
Mrs. McGillicuddy. It was just a great time, wasn't it? Yeah. It was just a great time.
I think a lot of people our age will feel
Yes.
hugely nostalgic for Hey Hey It's Saturday and all that he brought to that.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we should bring into the show, just little characters that float down from the ceiling, superimposed angels. Hello,
On
Amanda.
radio.
Hello
So you just
there.
put on a different voice and I go, hello, whoever you are, mystery
This could
person.
be a thing. I think it's time to bring a puppet back on the show.
Oh, I've worked with one for years.
Remember
Brendan.
Aggro? That worked really well.
Yeah, he did radio. Did Jamie Dunn actually do the radio show? And this was the days before you had cameras in the studios.
Yeah.
Did he do the radio show with a puppet on his arm?
No. So I did a couple of things with him, and he would sit there and he'd just do aggro. Hi! But then you'd see the puppet come out of the bag, and it was always a big deal.
So the puppet was always there.
The puppet was always there.
In case
the
they'd have
bag.
photographs or
Yeah, but just
something.
to see it, and you go, look, there's aggro, and just sitting
Was
in
there only one?
No, there was a few aggros, but I saw the OG aggro.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he would sit and do a normal radio show. Sometimes he'd talk as Jamie and sometimes as aggro, or was he always aggro?
So you couldn't really I think it was just pretty much the same voice.
Right.
It's just Jamie Dunn going, hi!
Just as himself.
Yeah.
And then occasionally, maybe if a guest was there, the puppet would come out.
Yeah, if Pat Rafter came into the studio, and the thing, as Jamie used to say, the puppet gets everyone over the line. Once they see the puppet, people like Pat Rafter just instantly melt. There's aggro.
What TV show did aggro begin on?
Aggro's Cartoon Connection. No, I think it was Wombat. Wasn't it Wombat? Oh, I can't
Did he get more aggressive over the years?
He got
And then moved into adult content?
He did. He did. But he's little eyes. Remember his little eyes?
Yeah.
His little yeah, he's a fantastic thing. I'm going to get a puppet from somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. This would be a good thing.
Okay.
This is for our TV show on a Saturday night.
No, this is your own journey, Brendan.
No, what do you mean? What, you don't want to be a part of it?
No.
Oh, so
Let me just say that now.
Well,
no.
I'll just have to get someone else there.
Do it. You and a puppet. Please,
Okay, I'll get
feel
someone
free.
else.
Okay.
I'll get one of those influencers and never close their mouth when you speak.
There's your puppet.
I'll get one of those. That's your puppet. But
What
John
I eat in a
Blackman,
day?
thank you for everything you gave us.
Absolutely.
Action-packed show today. We're going to talk about State of Origin. Jeepers. When that hit on Reece Walsh from Suolihi, I got that right, haven't I?
Yes, surely.
When that happened, I thought he's so going off. I didn't expect him to go off for the whole game.
Well, that's the point. Should he have been sent off for the whole game?
I thought 10.
Yeah.
And made 10 and report.
Yeah, we'll put that to the pub test. We've also got TikTok Tucker early in the morning.
Yep.
Yes, was it last week we had chocolate pasta? Yeah, no one enjoyed it.
Not one of your best.
It's not not one of your best. It's not like I'm making dinner for my family. I'm just making things from TikTok.
We weren't happy with that.
I'm not cooking a dinner party.
And so Jem Rai wasn't here last week. He was having his sickie. He's having a
Actually, it was a good day not to be here, Ryan. We had pasta that was made with melted chocolate.
Sounds mank.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
When does it ever sound good, mate? When? And we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1 for you. What kind of activity would you be doing at Perisher?
Jam Nation. We are into the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Have you got rid of the skin?
Morning, Daryl. Morning, Aussie. Ian is in Bradbury.
Hi, Ian.
Good morning, how are you?
Very
Great.
well. What kind of activity, Ian, would you be doing at Perisher?
Skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not until by 2080, they reckon the snow will be gone.
I saw that story last
Just been
night.
Charlotte's
Thank you
Pass
to
and-
climate change. There'll be one day of snow then. That the ski season is under threat.
Yeah. True or false? According to a survey by Elite Singles, women expect and want men to pay on the first date.
True, definitely.
Yeah. Do you find that in your life, Ian?
Yeah, always did. Yeah, always.
I've always gone halves. I would never, ever expect a man to pay.
Well, you go make pots of money too. So,
I didn't then.
yeah, but you've been making good money for a long time now.
It's not about money. It's about I didn't think it was right that
So you'd go Dutch.
I go Dutch. Put the clogs on. Question number 3, riff-raff.
Any old riff-raff backstage?
Oh, riff-raff everywhere. Got you, I understand. Got to keep out the riff-raff.
Ian, what song has this riff?
Ian?
Walk this way.
Yeah.
Aerosmith.
And Run DMC or just Aerosmith, yeah.
That's it. Question 4.
I was sort of hoping there'd be a reveal there. But,
Oh, okay.
right. Sorry, Ryan, it's just, Wouldn't have happened on John Blackman's watch, I tell you right now.
Well, he wouldn't have used the word reveal for starters.
Why, what's
I thought we should have a reveal.
a reveal? According to a new biography about Steve Jobs, he had the occasional tendency to eat only or 2 foods for weeks.
No, he'd eat only 1 or 2 foods for
Okay,
weeks.
there's no 1 in there.
Yes, there is.
Where it just says to eat only or 2 foods.
So who's whinging and complaining today?
No, I'm just saying, read that. You read?
You get the gist. I'll read it because I'm a human.
Oh, yeah.
According to a new biography about Steve Jobs, he had the occasional tendency to eat only 1 or 2 foods for weeks at a time, such as A, oranges, B, kiwi fruit, C, apples. What was the thing he would become obsessed with and only eat that?
Oh, jeez. I would say apples, but I
It
don't
is.
think so.
Apples.
Yeah.
He had a similar thing with carrots.
Well, he just ate carrots all week.
Yeah.
What is he, Mr. Ed?
His eyesight was incredible.
But it didn't help him. He died. Which Disney film is about a rat who dreams of becoming a chef, Ian?
Oh, no. I'm not going to know this one.
Sorry, Ian. That's question number 5. Which Disney film is about a rat who dreams of becoming a chef?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
The Magnificent Seven, we're up to question number 5.
It's going to Virginia in Putney. Hi, Virginia.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. Question 5. Which Disney film is about a rat who dreams of becoming a chef?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Which upcoming sci-fi horror film has the subtitle Romulus?
Are they redoing this?
Yeah,
I've
they're
just seen the
redoing everything.
answer.
No one has an original idea anymore.
Wow, this is a very famous sci-fi horror film. No one has an original idea anymore, says Jonesy, but I'm going to steal those puppets.
I was hoping you wouldn't point that out. Well, I could come up with original character.
What would it be?
Nathan in Barrel.
Is that the character?
That could be it. G'day, it's Nathan in Barrel. How are you, mate?
Is that how you talk, Nathan?
No, not really. No. And I'm not aggro either. So,
You sound quite... Actually, maybe a well-meaning person that rings up and is just totally reasonable.
Is the puppet.
Hello, it's Nathan of Barrel. Yes,
And then they won't play well because you talk like this then, Jonesy.
I don't talk like that. Nathan, which upcoming sci-fi horror film has the subtitle Romulus?
I'll give you a clue. A previous release in the franchise featured the subtitle Covenant.
that would be Alien.
So they're remaking Alien.
Yeah, why?
Wow. No. Question 7. Here we are, Nathan. Well, which team won Game 1 for State of Origin?
Unfortunately, Queensland.
Yeah.
Well, we're a man down.
Well,
it was going to happen. Congratulations to you, Nathan. You've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming away. Dinner to the value of $150 at Clubs New South Wales. Perfect Plate, by the way, is on your local Club Perfect Plate Awards. Voting closes soon. $150 to spend at Holy Moly. Work hard, putt harder, make your next work function a hole-in-one at Holy Moly. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach to choose for the colour in. And some Staedtler pencils. Nathan, anything you'd like to add?
I'd like to say thank you so much, guys. Absolutely love your show. Love listening every day.
Oh, Nathan.
Thank you so much.
Oh, aren't you charming? Thank you so much.
Dovetails nicely to Nathan, the reasonable guy from Barrel.
As the puppet.
Just the puppet.
Would you mind if you put your hand in?
Okay. I don't think he would. I don't think he would mind at all.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm only going to say it once.
I'm going to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1998, Bewitched released their hit, C'est la vie. It's one of the greatest one-hit wonders of the 90s. So great, in fact, that the girls came back last year to celebrate the 25th anniversary of their one-hit wonder. Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, they had a song called Birthday. It went a bit like this.
Have you got something that's a bit thinner?
Rumour has it, Brendan, that's the first of many new bangers from C'est La Vie.
Yeah, right.
Last year, the girl from Bewitched, sorry. Easy to make a mistake. There's only been one song. Last year, the girl said, quote, "We will get to the point of an album, but right now we're releasing singles. But the singles will keep coming, and eventually there'll be an album. There's more in the pipeline."
Oh, that's quite a pipeline.
Should we go back?
I would say it'd be a very, very thin piece of conduit.
Let's not rely on that for our gas and electricity. All right, well, let's go back to where it all began. Cast your minds back.
Please.
To C'est La Vie by Bewitched.
Jam Nation.
To the kitchen, Batman.
It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
It's not a bad duck enough.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
I was rocking out to Bewitched, and now I'm here for TikTok Tucker.
This is where we make food that we've seen on TikTok. I saw this during the week. I think this might be delicious, although it has a mixture of unusual ingredients. It's called a watermelon sandwich. We start by...
Sounds like something from the Urban Dictionary.
I'm going to have to use a knife on some watermelon. Oh, could this knife be any blunter?
Well, that is as blunt as a Bewitched triple play.
All right, so I'm slicing. I just need to get at this watermelon.
You're getting at it.
Am I? Am I doing a decent job in there?
Not really.
For fudge's sake.
I can't watch this.
People love watching a left-handed person wield a knife.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let me hack into here. Oh, cripes.
No, that's good.
Come on. Am I getting there?
Yeah, you're getting there. You're making a bit of a...
Pull the back bit off.
Okay. Anyway, let me get in there.
Get in there.
Sometimes you just got to get a man to get in there
Okay,
and do the
done,
work.
Done.
All right,
Thank you. Don't, stop.
Well, I'm chopping
There we
it.
are. Okay, so we now have...
There you go.
I need that knife. We have a half moon of a watermelon. But what I need to do...
Couldn't you get a full moon?
Is to turn this into like bread. So the watermelon, I'm going to get a couple of slices.
Yep.
And it's going to be like a sandwich.
Okay.
Oh, except they're triangles. They're supposed to be square, but let's not worry about that. So let's just slice off a number of these.
Good.
Because there are 3 of us. How many slices, Brendan? We need 6.
Watermelon expensive at the moment?
I don't know. I didn't buy this one. I'm not cutting it very well. All right, so what happens? Let's move on.
I'm just asking a question.
We have slices of watermelon. That is going to be our...
You're getting a bit of watermelon juice everywhere.
That's going to be our bread. What I now do is put a slice of pickles on it. Oh, I've got to use that knife and slice pickles.
Right here.
Oh, God. Can you open that jar, please?
Sure, you need a strong
My
man in the
hands are
studio,
wet.
do you?
Ryan, can you open that jar, please? I'll show you how I'll do it. What you turn the jar upside down.
No, it's going to go juice
No, it's
everywhere.
not going to. And what you do is you get the knife into the lid of the jar and just prise it a little bit loose.
Juice everywhere. Look at you.
Look, I've done it now. Yeah, cracked it. I've done it. I've done it. Now you can open it. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
So we get the pickles out. Oh, crikey, they're the size of a poo. And now I slice them.
Never saw this on Gabrielle Gatto.
I'm slicing the pickles.
Yes, very good.
Into long slices.
Did you know that pickles aren't actually pickles? They're cucumbers? Fun fact, kids.
If you don't know that, you may as well just leave this earth today.
Rightio, so what happens now? Are you going to assemble these or?
You're getting...
Well, why don't you just keep chopping on? What's the matter?
Well, I'm trying to. Do you want me to make this or not?
Well, I'm just saying, do people need you to hear you faffing about with this?
All right, so we have a slice of watermelon, which is this like bread.
Are you putting the pickle on the watermelon?
No, I'm going to put it up your bum. Of course I am. I'm putting a slice of that. And now, an interesting adjunct.
Yes.
We add a slice of Jarlsberg
They're very hard
cheese.
to open those.
Here we go.
Maybe they're not.
Here we go. Let's get that cheese out.
That's a lot of cheese.
Okay, so just like our show. Oh, come on. Can you separate a slice of cheese?
You know, why
Here we
do
go,
you
here we
do
go.
this?
Here we go.
It frustrates you so much.
Here we go. A slice of cheese is going on there. We put a drizzle of balsamic vinegar. Oh,
okay.
It's sealed up.
Yeah.
I am going to yell at the moon. There's too much packaging. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, there we go. So we've got watermelon, we've got pickles, we've got cheese, a slice of balsamic vinegar.
Just squeeze it. Squeeze it. No, just squeeze it.
A slice of balsamic vinegar.
Yep.
Then I put a... Why is there so much packaging? I want to go back to the farm. And then I put, look at this.
Okay.
What's that? Basil.
That's basil.
I put basil. And now, slice two of the sandwich
And when do
goes
we
on
eat
top.
that? Okay.
We eat that next.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You hungry?
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad tucker, though.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
TikTok Tucker. We make food from TikTok and eat it.
Well, I saw this one during the week. It's a watermelon sandwich. So what we've done is you cut slices from a watermelon so it's like slices of bread. On top of one of the slices, you put pickles, you put Jarlsberg cheese, you put some balsamic drizzle, and you put some basil. And then you put another slice of watermelon on the top. So you've got a watermelon sandwich. Ryan, you've got one in front of you.
Yeah.
Jonesy, here's yours.
Thank you, Mum.
Here's mine. And the count of three, bite in.
We all hook in.
2,
Yeah.
3.
Wow. That's going on. That's really nice.
Really good.
It's light. It's bright.
The sweetness of the watermelon,
Yep.
the sour of the pickle,
Yep.
the cheese works beautifully.
Yep.
What do you think, Ryan?
Yeah, it's weird, but it's pretty good.
It's weird, but it's
It
pretty
takes a
good.
while to evaluate what's going on in your mouth. Your senses are trying to make sense of it. That actually is delicious.
It works.
It works. We will put the details of this very elaborate recipe on our website today.
Yeah.
You hungry?
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever
have another
fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad tucker, though.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
I'm going to finish that entire... I don't normally finish the TikTok tuckers. I'm going to eat this.
Yeah. Harry Styles should write a song about it.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's good.
Watermelon sandwich?
Yeah.
Jam Nation.
Grab right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Going fast.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Crunching tackle. You've got 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, $1,000.
Yeah, and you can make it $2,000 with one bonus question, but it's double or nothing.
Jen has joined us. Hello, Jen.
Good morning.
Hi, Jen.
Hello.
Hello. Let's see if we can get you some money. 10 questions, 60 seconds. The best strategy, if you're not sure, say pass, because we usually can come back, all right?
All righty.
Jen, get ready, because here we go. Question number 1. A watch is often worn where?
On your wrist.
Question 2. Traditionally, what item opens a lock?
A key.
Question 3. Servo is short for what?
Service station.
Question 4. On which mode of transport would you find a boom and a mast?
A boat.
Question 5. True or false? Nicolas Cage and Michael Jackson married the same woman?
True.
Question 6. What's the official language of Brazil?
Pass.
Question 7. Sleet is a form of what?
Oh, I didn't hear, sorry.
Sleet is a form of what?
No.
Question 8. What animal is the mascot for Paddle Pop?
It's a lion.
Question 9. Matt Shirvington is a host for which morning show?
Sunrise.
Question 10. In which US state would you find the Golden Gate Bridge?
San Francisco?
No, the question was in which US state?
California.
Not city.
Knows how to party.
Oh, plops. You got so... Plops. And the official language of Brazil is Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Obrigada
Yeah.
for nothing. That's what you can say right now. Oh, Jen, $100 to be on with you. Played so well. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Thank you so much.
Thank
Good on you, Jen. Did you see that story on the news last night? A man has been left baffled when 500 tyres were delivered to his home by mistake.
Oh, no. Why don't they deliver Ferraris by mistake? Tiffany jewels by mistake?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be tyres?
Why, indeed.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation. It's always the way. You never get accidentally delivered a Ferrari, as you just said.
No, you don't go Manalo Blahnik shoes, 12 pairs delivered by mistake to your door. It never happens like that.
This was the story on the news last night.
Many of us have come home to a surprise delivery on the doorstep, meant for a neighbour or someone else. But for a Blacktown family, it's been taken to a whole new level, returning from work to the sight of hundreds of tyres dumped in their driveway.
No one believes me when I say there are 400-500 tyres arrived today.
More than 24 hours on and the mystery remains. Who is the rightful owner of all of these tyres and why are they in Harjeet's driveway? All he wants is for them to be gone and his car space back.
Come, take this back. Are we not going to say anything to you guys because you stack up nicely?
They did stack them very nicely. Harjeet is a very nice man.
He's so nice-natured about it. Luckily, they did it to him. I mean, didn't he just phone back and say, come and get them? Why
We didn't even know where they came from.
So he just comes
So it's
home to all these
500
tyres and doesn't even know where they're from.
Yeah, so they're second-hand tyres.
There's no receipt or none of that.
There's no receipt. And they've been stacked, not just dumped, they were methodically stacked. It took the guys 4 hours to stack them.
So
while Harjeet is off at work all day...
Yeah. Did the people who were stacking them not think, hey, the guy's not home, this is a suburban home, why am I stacking, why does he need them in his house down the side of his driveway? There are a lot of questions that could have been sorted out.
I've had a few things in my life. There was a neighbour years ago and they got 2 tons of soil dumped on their driveway.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No one wants 2 tons of soil.
And someone came and collected?
There was just this great deal of indifference, so he couldn't get into his driveway or anything like that. Just 2 tons of soil. Good soil, but what are you going to do with it?
Yes.
He just top-dressed his lawn.
So do you have any redress? Do you say, hey, come and get it? You know, who do you contact?
Well, Omo, my mate Omo,
yeah.
He had a portaloo put in his front yard by accident. Rang the hire mob and they said, oh, sorry, mate, it's our mistake, our bad, but we can only pick it up next week. So you got stuck with a portaloo in the front yard.
Really? Did it wreck the look of his house?
Well, he was insulted because they said, we thought your house was slated for demolition. It's the house across the road.
We looked at both houses and said, it's got to be this one.
It's going to this one. So not only you get stuck with a dunny, you get insulted about the state of your home.
At least on the dunny, as you say, there's a phone number on the side to
you
call.
Can ring someone. Yeah, you can ring someone.
So what is it with organisations that just dump stuff without leaving notes saying, you weren't home, here's our details?
Yeah. Have you ever been sick?
No. Fascinating. Well, the tribal drums go to beat 4. That's not for me.
Come, take this back.
He's so nice.
So sweet.
So maybe you've been the dumper, maybe you've been the dumpee.
Yeah.
Jam Nation.
Sydney family has been left baffled after they came home and found hundreds of used tyres in their driveways.
And stacked, not just spilled.
Beautifully stacked.
Beautifully stacked.
Beautifully stacked.
They have no idea who's done it. They have no idea who to contact about it.
Yeah, they don't know what to do.
There wasn't a note saying, happy birthday.
It's drawn envy from the neighbours.
I said to my husband, you know, we're in the wrong type of business. We've got to go into tyres to build a house like this.
So it's a nice house. If they get into the tyre business.
Get into the second-hand tyre business and build a mansion.
Well, look at Bob Jane. He's got an empire there. He's doing all right.
Don't set it on fire. They burn for years and years and years.
You set a tyre on fire once and then you go, right, I'm never doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
The tribal drama's beating for this. That's not for me.
Come, take this back.
Please.
Hi, Amber. What was delivered?
Hi, Jonesy and Amanda. It was my dad. He bought 5 office chairs, what he thought was 5 office chairs off eBay. And what was delivered was 5 pallets of office chairs.
Oh, how many was that?
I think there was about, I was saying to your producer, I think there was about 30 to a pallet or something like this. But they phoned him and said, we don't know where to put these chairs. And he said, what do you mean? Like, just bring them down the driveway and we'll take them inside. And he said, no, there's no room for them. And we went out the front and he was like, oh, my God, there was a truck full of office chairs.
No.
We had to hire a storage unit.
Oh, no.
So how much did you pay for them?
Oh, I can't. It was a few years ago now. It was quite a bit, but it wasn't that much to think that you would get 5 pallets of office chairs. They were obviously very cheap. He thought he was buying 5 very expensive office chairs.
But he got 300.
Wow, and having to hire a storage unit to put them in. It's the opposite of helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I don't drink and use eBay.
I know. Thanks, Amber.
Narelle's joined us.
Hi, Narelle.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. That's not for me. What went where?
So we came home from 2 weeks of lovely holidays to our home, our little home in Chullora. And when we went in, on the front step of our door was a huge crate, and inside the crate were 5 baby kittens. So someone had just left them there while we were away on holidays. I don't know why, thinking we were nice people, but we don't love cats at all. Oh. So then we had to figure out what to do with the cats.
So they were dumped there?
Yeah, they were dumped there.
And
it's
how long do you think they'd been there while you were away?
Well, they were all alive, so that was a positive.
Oh.
So I have no idea how long they'd been there, but we felt pretty terrible. And then we were fighting because we had to put them in the car and take them to the RSPCA, and neither of us liked cats, and neither of us wanted to touch them.
Oh.
So yeah, it was a bit traumatic for us.
Have all the cats, for cat lovers who were listening, did the cats go to the RSPCA? They were all fed and looked after?
Yeah, they were. I don't know what happened after that.
No.
We just dropped them off, but we did drop them off to a person. We didn't leave them at the door of the RSPCA. Yeah, but yeah. A little bit sad and a bit of a shock too.
I bet. And suddenly you're responsible for 5 kittens.
Yeah, and particularly when you're a dog lover and not a cat lover.
Yeah.
So
picked the wrong house.
But it's a testament to you, Narelle, that someone thought that you were good enough to look after the cats.
Yeah, that is nice, I suppose. But yeah,
the other neighbours thought
we knocked on neighbours' doors to see if any of them, but no one was owning up to it.
No.
Didn't any neighbours say, got to get into the cat business if you want a house like Narelle's?
And the other neighbours were judging Narelle, thinking she's left them outside for days.
What's going on?
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Let's go.
No time for chit-chat. I want to go home.
It's never something good that gets delivered to your house by accident.
No, it's never a shipload of Tiffany jewellery or Ferrari cars.
No.
It's used tyres, it's soil. It's stuff that in other times of your life would be useful, but not to have it dumped anonymously in your driveway.
Or Portaloos. My mate Omo had a Portaloo delivered out the front of his house. He rang the company. They said, sorry, mate, our bad. We'll get it next week. And he had to put up with the toilet in his front yard. And then the people said, well, we thought your house was slated for demolition.
Yes. We looked around the street and figured it must have been you.
So not only has he got Portaloo, he's been shamed about the state of his house. The tribal drummer's been beating for this after the poor guy got delivered 500 tyres in his front yard.
Many of us have come home to a surprise delivery on the doorstep, meant for a neighbour or someone else. But for a Blacktown family, it's been taken to a whole new level, returning from work to the sight of hundreds of tyres dumped in their driveway.
No one believes me when I say there are 400-500 tyres arrived today.
Although he has become the envy of his neighbourhood.
I said to my husband, we're in the wrong type of business. We've got to go into tyres to build a house like this.
It's a nice house.
Still, he doesn't want them there and he doesn't know who to call to get rid of them. There's no information.
Michael has joined us.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, morning, Jonesy, Amanda.
Hello, Tribal Drum's bidding for That's Not For Me. So what did you get delivered?
Yeah, so it was a typical day. I just got up in the dark, went to work, and not only while I was at work, I had a delivery and an installation of a for sale sign out the front of my house.
What do you mean?
I'd come home in the dark, I went to pull in my driveway, and there's a big for sale sign plastered in the middle of my front lawn.
How good.
What had happened?
Oh, the house next door was going for sale, but they got the wrong number.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put it out front of my place.
You still have to go inside and check and say to your wife, is there something you haven't told me?
Yeah, well, I thought that, and I thought it could have been worse. There could have been a sold sign on it too, I suppose.
Could have been a what?
A sold sign.
Oh, yes, absolutely, Michael. You're quite right. Yeah, that's right.
That's
and all your stuff in a skip out the front.
And you could have got a good price for it, Michael.
Yeah.
Everything's for sale.
You never know.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Amanda's joined us.
Hi, Amanda. What was delivered?
Good morning, guys. It was a house load of oil. My sister came home from shopping with 3 little boys. They were little boys in those days. And they had a whole level, one level house full of oil. It had just been pumped into a very old sort of outlet through the house.
Oh.
There was an old lady who'd lived in the house before. Their whole house was just full of oil.
What?
And they had to move. Yeah, they had to move. Can you imagine just coming home, 3 little kids, you up the shopping, your whole house is like nobody like a match, They had to move out. They had to have, their whole lives were disrupted. They had to go and live in a different suburb, go to school. It was, and it was just like, oh yeah, sorry, wrong house.
But what would normally happen?
It's the old school oil heater. We had one in our house when I was growing up.
Right.
And the dude had come around and he'd plug it into your tank. There was a tank at the side of the house.
Right.
And the oil heater would run off that.
So they just pour it in?
So they've just poured it into an outlet in there, obviously not being used anymore.
It's not connected to anything.
And just filled your house with oil.
Oh, wow.
Everything. Can you imagine? All the floors, everything just soaked in this
furniture. Awful.
Man, that's the...
Oh, wow.
I'd take tyres over that any day.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently there's good money in second-hand tyres.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Let's get on down to Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Set off for the whole game. Does it pass the pub test?
Well, this is what happened. You probably saw the game last night. Joseph Sulawihi put a hit, he didn't mean to, obviously, on poor old Reece.
Ben Hunt finds Walsh, and now the hammer. Reece Walsh hasn't moved in back play. He's gone for the night.
Yeah, I'm going to deal with that. It's a very dangerous action. There's direct contact to the head with the shoulder. They're off. Oh, he set off.
There was a lot of talk leading up to the game about people taking out Pretty Boy Walsh, which I don't subscribe to. I think he's a great player. He's certainly fantastic. But when I saw that hit, I thought, oh, man, here's Sulawihi. He's gone. He's gone.
But gone for the whole game.
Not for the whole game. I thought he was going to go to the sin bin. But, geez, it was a brutal crunch.
Well, here's what most people have said, yes, get him off. And also, quite right, is that Reece Walsh extraordinarily didn't have concussion.
I'm surprised he came back.
Yeah. Well, but it looked like he was going to be out for games. And now it looks like Sulawihi. Sulawihi. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, Joseph Sulawihi. Sulawihi. I'm getting there. My apologies. It looks like he'll be out for 4 games if he pleads guilty to this charge.
I don't think there was malice in it, but...
Well, it doesn't seem to matter. That's the rule. But what was interesting to me is Andrew John said at Clubland, yes, it's a send-off, but at this level I'm surprised they sent Joseph Sulawihi off. Fatty agreed. He said, here's the thing. He was going to hit him in the chest. Reece Walsh ducks down and all of a sudden he gets hit in the head. It's reckless and careless, but it's not deliberate. Personally, I don't think it's a send-off. At this level, we say there's a bit of leeway in Origin. I believe he should have been left on. But he goes on to say, in saying that, Queensland have lost a player for the whole game, so the referee's probably going, OK, he's gone, I may as well get rid of this guy. Yeah. Having said that, they could replace Walsh, couldn't they?
Exactly.
We didn't have that option with New South Wales, and you saw them score down that side. Without Joseph. Oh, well, without Joseph on that side, that just ran and ran.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy that Reece Walsh is OK, because I thought there was a moment that I thought, this kid's going to be eaten out of a straw for the rest of his life.
Oh, cripes.
I thought it was that brutal.
Well, it could be, and that's why they come down so harshly on this. But how do you feel Joseph being sent off for the entire game?
Tuesday and Amanda. Jam Nation. Podcast. I like football. Yeah. He likes football. She likes football. We all love the
It's round 14 of the NRL. Last week's mystery footy tipper was Ben Elias. He got a score of 2 out of 5. And wasn't Benny on the money with last night's State of Origin prediction?
Oh, no, we can do it, mate. I've been very, very close with the coach in Michael Maguire, and he's been very, very thorough. And I think he's picked a very good side, a side that's in form.
So I'm guessing you're tipping the Blues.
He's going the Blues.
Of course. Amanda, that is...
it's a given.
That's a foregone conclusion. I'm actually picking him for 3-0.
How would that go for him?
Today,
I'm kind of a big deal.
Our mystery footy tipper is a born comedian and entertainer. They were on our screens for 11 strong years. 11 strong years. Wouldn't it kill you to have one strong year in this business?
And have a couple of weak ones?
Just one strong year. You might say that this man's quite the giggle and hoot. I give you Jimmy Rees.
Let's make a game that turns people's ears into cauliflowers. What? And you play with a ball, Jason.
Okay.
And you advance it forward by passing.
Okay, so you pass it backwards.
Basically, the game is big fellas smashing into each other and big tackles and smashing into each other all the time.
All right.
It'll be like war, Jason.
No one will ever be stupid enough to play this.
Jimmy Rees.
Hey, Jimmy Rees, how are you?
Hey, guys, I'm good and you. What's up?
Well, last night, I know you live in Victoria, so I'm guessing you were happy with the result.
Look, yes, it feels sacrilege being a Victorian going for the Blues, but then again, I like to convert to a Queensland supporter. I don't know. Look, I'm not sure about this. I made this video through the week about the State of Origin, and Best and Les sent me all their fan gear of all the maroon stuff, all the blue stuff, and I just I don't know which one to send back. I still don't know.
Yeah.
So you're torn.
Because I tend to think Victorians would be happy to see New South Wales go down somehow. I don't know why I feel that.
I feel like there's an age-old rivalry between New South Wales and Victoria. So yeah, but still to think do I have to walk around in thongs and footy shorts all year to become a Queenslander and drink 4X?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's tough.
Yeah. No thanks.
Because you go for the Storm, don't you?
Yeah, that's me down here. Look, I'm born and bred sort of AFL, and I lived in Sydney for many years doing Giggle and Hoot. And every week the crew would come in at the ABC there, and they'd all talk about the Tigers and the Sharks and everything. I thought, look, I really need to just devote my team, pick the team and actually watch every game. So, yeah, my 10 years in Sydney just got me right into the Storm, which is good.
Yeah, well, they're a good side. They're a great side, and we'll get to the Storm. But what about the Dragons versus the Tigers on Friday night? How are you feeling, Jimmy?
Look, the Tigers are down the bottom. I'm just going to tip them, though. Don't know why. Let's just go the Tigers.
All right, and then we've got the Titans and the Rabbitohs.
Let's go the Rabbitohs. We'll go the Rabbitohs. Yeah, just one for Rusty. Yep.
All right. Cowboys and the Warriors.
Who cares? Cowboys and the Warriors don't care. Let's go for a draw.
A draw?
It's not possible, is it, though?
It's not possible.
Do they? So with Golden Point...
so then the Warriors are winning Golden Point.
So with Golden Point, do you keep going for 6 weeks until someone scores?
No, until the denoted time has elapsed.
Yeah, you can still have a draw.
That hasn't. Look, just don't.
Okay, you've gone the Warriors.
It just keeps going. It could go forever, technically. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Broncos versus the Sharks. I guess Reece Walsh is not going to be playing for many reasons. The Broncos. The Sharkies. Missing
that's your
Nico
team,
Hines.
isn't it?
That's me. That's
you.
me.
Oh, well, you've got to tip. Well, the Sharkies and the Storm are up there, so let's keep that going. Yeah, the Sharks. We'll tip the Sharks. Let's go the Sharks.
Okay.
And then Sunday we've got the Storm and the Knights.
It's got to be the Storm. Up the Storm.
Of course.
Right up the Storm. Panthers and the Sea Eagles.
Oh, I see. Let's go to Sea Eagles. Where is it? It's at
It's a Bluebet Stadium.
Yeah, it's home game for the Panthers.
No, we're going to Sea Eagles.
All right.
Yeah, in an upset.
All right, and then and then rounding us out on Monday, Bulldogs and the Eels.
The Bulldogs and the Eels. The Eels.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Well, I like the science brain you've applied to this.
What's that?
I like the science brain that you've applied to. If you looked at all the stats, you've drilled down, you've forensically gone through the
You've
teams.
really put your hood on the line.
That's right.
No, because see, it's still every single time you say like, "Oh, the Tigers," I just go, "Oh, that's Richmond." Okay, they're bad, so maybe the NRL side's okay. They need something. Let's give them. Let's give them something.
You're doing a conversion.
We don't need your
I still,
patronising.
there is a conversion.
We don't need your patronising AFL comments now, mate.
Jonesy's turn.
How many people go to the game?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
more
Well,
athletic.
the next State of Origin's at the G. I did look up some stats, though, which might be helpful for the Blues. I think I could be wrong here, but when there's been a game at the MCG, the series has been won by the Blues 3 times and Queensland twice. So there's a game at the G this year. Who knows?
This is good news.
Okay, that is good news.
It's
You've
good
given
news
us
for the
something to
Blues.
hold. You've given us something to hold on to, and I appreciate it.
You haven't gone full Benny Elias on us, but you've given us good news.
Yeah, okay, great.
And we'll take that.
We'll take that.
Jimmy, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I think this is the first sort of tipping competition I've ever been into the NRL, so this is good. I usually watch the Storm game, watch a couple of others, and then forget about the rest. So this is good.
We'll
I
let
like
you
it.
know how you went. You may be the genius of geniuses. You just don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I doubt it, but who knows?
Carry on about your
Thanks,
business, my
Jimmy.
man. We'll catch up with you.
Thanks, guys.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
State of Origin last night. The kids are all round. We've got Chinese food. I got my beer. 7 minutes in, this happened.
Ben Hunt finds Newton. Walsh, and now the hammer. Reece Walsh hasn't moved in back play. He's gone for the night.
I'm going to deal with that. It's a very dangerous action. There's direct contact to the head with the shoulder. They're off. Oh, he said off.
Joseph Suolihi in debut, gone within the first 7 minutes.
For the whole game. Reece
Also
Walsh.
taking out Reece Walsh, and thankfully Reece Walsh is okay.
Yeah, I mean,
come back for the game, but he's okay.
He doesn't have, he didn't get concussion extraordinarily, but it did knock him right out. It was hard to watch, wasn't it? But Suolihi being sent off for the whole match. It's interesting. Andrew Johns has said in club games, sure. But at this level, I'm surprised they sent him off. And Fatty Vaughton agreed. He said Suolihi thinks he's going to hit him in the chest. Reece Walsh ducks down and all of a sudden he gets hit in the head. It's reckless. It's careless, but it's not deliberate. He's deliberate. I said, I don't think it's a send-off.
When I was watching it, though, it didn't look like he was ducking down, though. It looked like it. I saw that from many angles. People are saying he slipped, but I couldn't really see it.
Look, it was a really tough tackle. Did he deserve to go off for the whole game? What do you think? Does it pass the pub test?
Look, I'm all for safety, but if you pull that tackle apart, Reece Walsh was slipping. He's a lot shorter, and I don't believe there was any intent. And to pull him off that early, it ruined the whole game for everyone in New South Wales.
I'm not speaking as a Rooster supporter. I'm not speaking as a New South Wales supporter. I went to the game. One bloke with a whistle ruined it for 77,000 people live and millions on TV. I end up watching paper aeroplanes getting played. That's how interesting the game was.
I come from the soccer world, so yeah, it passes the pub test for me. Some things are just worth an entire send-off.
Yes, there should be a little bit of a difference between Origin because it is so hard and the blood is pumping. But also, where's the consideration to the fact that Reece was slipping and had he stayed on his feet, it would have probably been classed as one of the great Origin tackles.
The game was great. Section 15(1)(a) of the rule book, misconduct. A player is guilty if he carelessly, recklessly, or intentionally attacks the head of an opposing player. He done 2 of the 3. He deserved to be sent and stop whinging. I'm a New South Wales supporter. He deserved every bit of punishment coming his way.
There you go.
Some good opinions there.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jam Nation.
Ryan, when you were away, was it last week? You were sick for a week. Your girlfriend had COVID. You had some symptoms and you thought you better lie low.
Yeah.
Did you have to get a sick note?
I did, yeah. So if you take more than one day off, I think you need one here.
And does that involve going to the doctor?
Yeah, so I had to go to the doctor and everything.
Yeah.
With your COVID, so you have to go. This is why it's ridiculous and counterintuitive. You, with perceived COVID, have to go into a doctor's surgery to say and sit with all the mothers and the babies and all the other people.
Yep.
Give them your germs and say, "I need a note."
And your dad came and checked on you.
Oh, yeah, at the start of the week, Dad had no sympathy for me at all. And I said, Dad, I'm really sick. He goes, oh, yeah, sick of work. As he strolls into his bedroom.
And towards the end of the week, though, when you were, wan and pale and stinky.
Yeah, he just stopped giving me attitude. So.
Yeah.
And not off salmon anymore. Because there was that point where we were worried that he was trying to kill you.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the food. I had some sort of flu thing.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you're all right.
when I, for example, took a week off, I've in the whole 19 years I've been here, it's the only time I've taken off because I had a hip replacement. I didn't have to get a doctor's certificate, but if you want to see my scar, I'm happy to show you. But the idea of the sick note is quite interesting. I read an article yesterday where a doctor, a GP, has said he didn't sign up to be a GP to provide the paperwork for employers. He's sick of it. He said, I didn't sign up to medicine to do HR policy on behalf of large corporations. He's seeing at least 3 patients a day who don't need medical attention but need to have a death certificate signed. I've come over all dead to have an official sick note to give work, to have a medical certificate signed. He says, I've got mothers with sick babies who can't get in to see me while the system is being chocked up with
Wrapped
this
up
kind
in
of thing.
paperwork.
Yeah. So what's happening, though, is that as an employer, you're entitled to know how someone's using their sick leave. Say you get 10 days sick leave a year. Even though that's paid, even so, legally, employees must provide evidence to their employer if requested. So even though you get 10 days paid sick leave, your boss is allowed to say, I need to see a sick note, I need evidence that you actually are sick, which is weird because you either get those 10 days or you don't. I think in good faith you can't go to Bali if you've got 5 days left over at the end of the year for your sick leave.
No.
It should be used for sick leave, but lots of people do think, fair enough too, I don't feel great today, I'll take the day off, but I'm not sick enough to see a doctor.
Yeah. I'm just from a different time. Ryan's dad and I are from a different time. When I was working on the building site, you'd die, you'd be dead, and the boss would come to your funeral and say, that's all well and good, mate, but get on the site.
Well,
Get out of that
we're not
grave.
being encouraged to be that anymore.
I
In the
know.
modern world where we appreciate mental and physical health and we appreciate not spreading germs, we appreciate all of that. Has COVID taught you nothing, Brendan? That stay home if you're not well.
I've got important work to do.
When?
What do you mean when?
When? Where are you doing
What's
this important
happening now?
work?
This is- What do you call
It's the
this?
kind of thing, we might put this to the pub test in coming days because I find it really interesting that should you be required to have a sick note?
Yep.
I mean, you're entitled to sick leave should you be forced to show that you're sick.
Should we be able to see your scar, perhaps? How about you get that out?
My emotional scars, you see them every day, Brendan.
Jam Nation.
We normally have Will Anderson on to talk about his own shows and his own projects, but he's part of the brand new season of Taskmasters as a contestant.
Yeah.
What a flip.
Such is his talents. We'll just have him on for any reason.
Hey, Will.
Thanks for having me on. I'm happy to come on for any reason. It doesn't matter. We don't even need to have something to plug. I'll just come on.
We'll just do your star
We
sign.
can just get you on and just talk about stuff. But I like the idea
Yeah,
of you.
what's on your mind, Jonesy? I'm happy to, sort problems out in your life.
don't wanna know.
If I
Everything
was-
okay?
I reckon out of all the TV shows I could do, I think Taskmasters would be something I could do because I like getting set a task and completing it. And Amanda and I were just talking the other day about women don't know how to pack a car.
He said that. I didn't
Compared
say
to
that.
men.
Though I do have trouble with... I watch Taskmasters. I've watched the English one for years. I love the Australian one. I get anxiety about the challenges. Talk to us about some of the challenges you've had to do.
Oh, Amanda, you were getting anxiety about the challenges because basically the way that the show works is you film for 5 days in New Zealand. You film almost 50 tasks in those 5 days. You're in a house by yourself. You're in this little room by yourself while they're setting up the task. You don't know if the next one's going to be physical or mental or logical, and then they just take you out into this, situation, and you're expected to be creative on the spot. So it absolutely is like some hilarious psychological experiment. And I do feel like that, like suddenly you're in a lab, you've got a seagull on your head on a helmet, you've got a camera, the seagull has a little, kind of knife or something on it. You're trying to pop balloons because in those balloons are various chips that you're trying to get into a basket. But unfortunately, if you get poker chips instead of normal chips, you're disqualified from the event. I mean, it's very close to being that movie Saw, but just without the murder at the end.
Was this in your wheelhouse? Is this sort of what you're good at?
No, this is so outside my comfort zone. I don't think I'm somebody that anyone has ever looked at and gone, oh yeah, he's a guy who looks pretty practical and handy. In fact, there was a couple of times where I was pleasantly surprised. I think probably the tasks that I was best at were the ones that if there was some, sort of logical way that you could work around it or try to puzzle out what was going on, that was probably my strengths. And there was one in particular that I probably, worked out in a way that even I was like, I didn't know I was capable of that. But that was far, far weighed out by about the 90% of things because the conceit of the show is also that often you're doing a task, but they're not telling you if you're doing it correctly. They're not telling you if you're missing a major part of it. Normally, if you do a TV show and you've completely misinterpreted what it is you're meant to be doing, they'll stop you and they say, we'll just take that from the top and we'll do it this way. On tonight's episode, there is literally a task when I watched it back in the studio, because that's the first time you ever get to see them. I noticed that everybody else was doing a slightly different task to me, and I was like, this must be a trick. They must have tricked me and given me a different task. No. I just didn't read it all properly.
My son watches this show and he said to me, Mum, you can never do this show.
Amanda would be dreadful.
He said, you can never do this. And it sounds like I'm exactly like you, Will. Wow, you're very brave for taking it on.
Amanda, you couldn't even do tipping point.
No, I can't understand how that works. Oh.
Well, I don't think you need to be brave because the show is, the great thing is, as I said to somebody, it'd be actually disappointing if you were particularly good at any of these things. There's one where it involved, there was a van that was moving around in a circle, so with a door open, a Scooby-Doo style van, and the conceit was there was 5 different types of balls, and you had 5 different methods that you were able to get these balls, from a meatball through to a beach ball into this van, right? And you had to do it in different ways. And it was one of those things that it turns out I'm quite good at. And I did really well in that task. Well, that's never going to be handy to me ever again in the rest of my life. I've literally found out I have a talent for something that is completely useless in the rest of my existence.
Well, that's why you work on TV. That's why you work on TV, Will. That's exactly. Come on. And look at you crossing the streams. You've gone ABC, now you're on Channel 10. You're straddling the whole network.
Oh, I don't think that the ABC know I'm on Channel 10.
Okay.
They know that Tom Gleeson hosts, so they assume that it's still the ABC.
Okay, that's good.
You're
We
getting
won't
away
tell
with
anyone. Catch Will tonight on Taskmaster, 8:40 on 10 and 10 Play. Will, thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Jonesy.
We'll talk to you next week about whatever else you're doing.
Yeah. Anyway, check in anytime. You've got my number.
Take it easy,
Lots of love. Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation Podcast.
So there we have Starlink, which is the world's largest satellite constellation, uniting the world, giving the most remote parts of the world access to high-speed, low-latency connectivity.
Yay.
What's low latency mean in that regard?
I have no idea. That's word salad right there.
All right. Well, Elon Musk has set this thing up. And while this has had some huge benefits and perks, there's also a downside. In September last year, the Marubo people, an Amazonian tribe whose huts are scattered across hundreds of miles along a river deep in the Amazonian rainforest, were gifted access to this Starlink connection. The group of Indigenous people were then reportedly donated antennas that they needed to access the services from an American entrepreneur. So people have said, let's get this tribe connected. And the reasons were great. Generally positive for the tribe, particularly in emergent situations. In case of venomous snake bites, they can quickly call for help. One Marubo leader said that having Starlink has already saved lives. It's helped leaders connect with villages and given people access to family members that don't live nearby. But with good comes with the bad. And in the old days where do-good white people would go into Amazonian tribes.
They bring Jesus and disease.
They bring Jesus and cholera. And we've seen this again and again and again. Well, the new version of that is all the negative stuff that the internet can bring you. So this is the tribe now are having access to things such as pornography. And this tribe is made up with young people who are a very chaste tribe. They frown upon kissing in public. They're very conservative. They're really reserved. This is a very quiet and reserved tribe. The young men in this tribe are now have access to pornography, and they're seeing the implications of this. It's so interesting, isn't it? And so horrific. They've been sharing X-rated videos in group chats. The tribe has seen more sexually aggressive behaviour from young men. They aren't spending time with their families. They're spending time on their phones. All the stuff we've seen in our society, seeing it in a nutshell here, because we've grown used to it in our society, as awful as it is. We've been there from the beginnings of this, and here we are. These people have just been presented with this on a plate.
Boom.
Bang, nothing, now this.
This is what you got.
It's horrific, isn't it? And what an insight into the damage this does. And the irony is we're looking at this and saying, hang on, look how bad it is. You go, yeah, it's been bad for us too.
Yeah.
Those poor people and that poor tribe now trying to, you can't unsee things. I remember being in East Germany before reunification. And it was the most depressing place I'd ever been. This is with Beyond 2000.
It's amazing.
The most colour we saw was the sewage works. We did a story at some sewage pumping station. But people had started to get satellites on their roofs. So they knew what was happening across the wall. They knew what was happening in the other side of Berlin. They knew what was happening in the rest of the country. They could see a more colourful, a richer life, a freer life. And once you see it, I don't know if you can go back in believing your own regime anymore. So, and as we all know, this is what it's like with pornography, with violence, with sexual violence. Once you see these things, you can't unsee them. So I really feel that I hope people are helping them manage this.
On the upside, they can listen to us.
They listen to us.
Some little kid in the Amazonian
Is listening to us and saying, my life begins now.
And I want more Hooters.
I think that's what they've been given.
The band.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
What gets your ghoulies? We have $20,000 for our favourite ghoulie of the year.
What have we got?
Hey Jonesy and Amanda, what gets my ghoulies is these phone companies that are about to turn off 3G. I really think they're jumping the gun. 5G just isn't even good enough yet. It doesn't cover enough area. 4G is much better than it used to be, but having said that, when I'm out on a job site, there's plenty of areas that don't even get 4G still. So 3G has to kick in, so then you can make a call to the boss, to the missus, whoever. So I dare say there's going to be lots of complaints to these phone companies. That's what gets my ghoulies.
When's the switch off happening?
I'm not too sure, but you take this stuff for granted. 3G, 4G, 5G.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rural areas that are still reliant on 3G. That's a good point you make. Run that past the boss missus.
Well, here we were talking earlier about Elon Musk setting up that incredible, Amazonian villages can get access to the internet. We were offline in Coogee last week.
Exactly. So some poor Amazonian kid can see Dom from Married at First Sight on OnlyFans, but meanwhile, Amanda in Coogee can't see anything.
No, damn. What's she up to?
What else?
What gets my ghoulies is when listening to a song on the radio and partway through, whole chunks of the song are skipped, usually the best bits. What is it with radio edit versions of songs? Can we have the original versions?
Do you do that, Brendan?
No. There are
when
songs...
you played the Evie part 1.5.
I have this. I say to these guys that run the music here, because we don't pick the music. A fun fact for you, but I say to them, do not bother playing. Like if you're going to play Evie, play parts 1, 2, and 3. If you're going to play Don McLean's American Pie, play the whole thing. If you're going to play Billy Joel's Piano Man, play the thing, or don't play it. Don't play the shortened version. That's what I say.
All right. Good ghoulies.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always catch us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9.
Our favourite caller email, a Facebook friend, gets $300 to spend at Hotel Mossman, serving sensational steaks and schnitzels until midnight, 7 days a week.
Ooh, you also get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet as well. We love the story of the Blacktown guy, Hajib, who was coming home from a hard day's work. And there's about, I don't know, how many tyres?
500 used tyres stacked neatly in his driveway.
Second-hand tyres.
So, well, that's what used often means.
Yeah, I know, but used, but not... I think there's a market for used tyres, you know?
Yes, well, but the thing is, he didn't know who dropped them. He didn't know how to get them picked up. What a mess.
Come, take this back.
He was so polite about it.
Although his neighbours, there's a bit of envy for Hajib.
I said to my husband, you know, we're in the wrong type of business. We've got to go into tyres to build a house like this.
Because he's got a nice house, and that's where the money comes from tyres.
Used tyres. The Tribal John was bidding for...
Oh, look at Bob Jane. He's doing all right. He sells new ones, though.
Tribal John was bidding for That's Not For Me.
Come, take this back.
Here's Amanda from Camaray.
My sister came home from shopping with 3 little boys, and they had a one-level house full of oil. It had just been pumped into a very old sort of outlet through the house. There was an old lady who'd lived in the house before. Their whole house was just full of oil. What? And they had to move. Can you imagine just coming home, 3 little kids, you got the shopping, your whole house is like nobody like a match, you know. They had to move out. Their whole lives are disrupted. You know, they had to go and live in a different suburb, go to school, and it was just like, oh yeah, sorry, got wrong house.
So this is when you get oil pumped into your reverse cycle air conditioning or whatever it is.
No.
What is it?
Don't get oil pumped into your air conditioners. It's the old school heaters.
Right, the heaters.
The old school
I see.
heaters.
Yeah, that are attached to walls and
heaters,
stuff.
yeah.
So they just pump oil into a reserve.
And there's outlets in certain old houses
Right.
where the truck would pull up and just put it. I don't think anyone's got an oil heater anymore.
No. So what's
ozone
happened
one.
now is that her house, the sister's house, had the outlet but wasn't attached to anything. It just went straight through the house.
Yeah, you might as well just get a set of tyres and set them on fire.
I know, we can get some.
That's enough.
Ugly Phil is next with our WSFM's Total Recall.
Indeed.
Check out the stuff that didn't make today's show. We'll have to fossick for things we haven't spoken about, Brendan, for our Cutting Room Floor podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.